guys, it's Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to finish our look at No Quarter by Led Zeppelin by checking out Jimmy Page's solo. So we're still 2 9/2 step. This solo has obviously got a couple of different guitars in it. There's one a clean tone and there's one with kind of a fuzz tone like you see what I just played. Now the fuzz tone goes on a lot behind the clean tone, but it's really low in the mix. It's not really something you'll play live. So what we're going to focus on is just that main clean part that I played, and then when the fuzz tone comes higher in the mix and takes over the clean tone, you're going to switch to that part. So therefore we give you kind of just one thing that you can play live without having to have 3 or 4 guitar players. All right, so I'm going to start here with a clean tone here. Let me just get this going. All right, so here we go. We're going to start with this first phrase. I'm on the neck pickup because that for both tones it sounds the best, kind of what he's doing. So it sounds like this. All right, so I'm starting here on the D string, pulling off 10 to 7 twice, over to 8 on the A, then slide 7 down to 5 on the D string, back to the 8 on the A. So we have this. It's kind of a fun lick. All right, and then we have this. That's sliding quickly into the 7th fret on the A string, play the 5th fret on the D, then slide 7 to 9 on the G, and then play 7 on the G. So we have this. So we have this, and then to end the phrase, which is the 5th fret on the G, slide 7 to 9 on the G, back to 7 on the G, then quickly over to 10 on the D string, back to that 7 on the G. Now these two notes are really quick, so it's like. So all together. All right, from there we have this. All right, so another phrase, he's just really cool with the dynamics, what he's doing here. It's a nice solo. So we're gonna pull off 10 to 9 on the D string. Then we're gonna do a little A minor arpeggio. That's 12 on the A, 10 on the D, 9 on the G. Then we start this little lick. We're going to pull off 12 to 9 on the G and go over to 10 on the D. Do that twice. So we have this. And then we're basically going to do the same thing, but once again, we're going to start with on the 9th fret. And this time just hammer on the 12th fret. And then from there, you can play that same lick twice. So you just kind of started it with the 9th fret instead. So this all together. Finish off this phrase with 9th fret on the G, pull off 10 to 9 on the D, over to 12 on the A, back to 9 on the D, pull off 10 to 9 again on that D, and then pick the 12th fret a few times on the A string. So all together. All right, next phrase. So that one's a little bit longer, has more dynamics in it. So it starts really low in the dynamics and builds up as he picks to that top note. So it starts on the 12th fret on the A string to 10 on the D, hammer 11 to 12 on the D. And when you get to the 10th fret on the G, do a slight bend on it. Kind of one of those bluesy bends, kind of a quarter step. And you're kind of accenting the note. And then from there, you're going to do a quick hammer on from 10 to 12 on the D and the G. And then pick that 12 a couple times, kind of staccato. So we have this. All right, then we're going to start this. And that starts with a sliding from 12 to 14 on the G. And then picking 12, 13 on the B, kind of staccato again. And then you're going to go back to that lick we did earlier, just in a different position now. Instead of down here, he's doing it up here, which is pulling off 15 to 12. I'm just going to do it this octave higher, basically. 15 to 12 on the pull off on the high E string to 13 on the B. So you do that twice. So coming from here. Now he keeps going here. 12th fret on the high E string, then pull off 13 to 12 on the B string twice. Over to 14 on the G, back to 12 on the B. All together so far? And then you're going to go back to the 14 on the G and slide 10 down, 12 down to 10. All right, one more time from the beginning. Now from here we start kind of a bluesy lick. So that's gonna start here on the 12th fret on the D string, then 10, 12, 13 on the G, making it to that top note there that's accented, the 10th fret on the B. Little slight pause, and come back down the opposite of the way you came, so 12, 13, 12, 10 to 12 on the D. And we're gonna have our last little quick lick here, which sounds like this. So that's sliding from, pick 10 and slide down to 9 on the G. Over to 12 on the D, back to that 9 on the G, and then pull off 10 to 9. So we have this. And it ends with this lick, which is a fun lick to play, which is, you know, straight alternate picking, 12th fret on the D, 10th on the G, back to 12, 10 on the D, and then 12 on the A, 10 on the D, to 12 on the D. So we have this. From there, we're going to go 10 on the D, to 12 on the A, and then do a quick slide down 10 to 8 on the A, and then that's just 7, 8 on the A, pick 7 again, slide down to 5. Now the dynamics get really brought down as he gets there to the notes on the A string. So we're like this, out of this fast lick. Kind of really bring it down, don't pick it as hard. All right, then it gets to the octaves, which are played with a pick, is picking the bottom note. So in this case, the 3rd fret on the A string. And then the octave of that note, the 1st fret on the G, is picked with your middle finger. So he's going to continue this octave shape up, and that's how he's going to pick it. He's going to play to the 3rd fret. This is where the 1st finger's at, is where I'm calling it 3rd fret. And then 5th. Then the 7th fret twice. Slide to 10. Then slide to 12. From there, you're going to do a series of half-step downward slides. You're going to pick the 12 and slide down to 11, the octave shape. All right, and from there, the fuzz tone takes over the settings. So I'm going to switch to that. We're just keeping it on the neck pickup, and we have this for the first phrase. All right, so that's a long bend at the 15th fret on the B string. Then pick 17, and then do this little legato lick. You're going to pick 17 again, hammer on 18, pull back to 17, pull off to 15. All right, now we're basically going to do that legato lick again, except this time, instead of just picking 17, then picking it again and doing the legato lick, we're going to pick 17 to 18, then go back to 17 and do that legato lick again. So we have this. And then come over to the 17th fret on the G string. Whole step, bend and release. Then we have the next phrase, which sounds like this. All right, so that is a little legato lick. You're going to pick 16th fret, hammer on 17 on the G, pull back off of 16, over down to 14. then back to 16, 17, over to 15 on the B. Then we're going to do a little half step bend and release at the 17th fret on the B. Pull off to 17, let's pull off to 15, then pick 17, 15 again. So we have this. All right, now do that half step bend again at the 17th fret. Just a half step bend, and then grab 17 real quick on the high E string. And then just to finish this out, you're going to do a couple of bend and release at the 17th fret. Pull off to 15. Do that a couple times. And then back to that. Bend and release at the 17th fret on the G string. So all together. All right, we're going to end the solo with this phrase. All right, so this is mostly on the G string. You're going to start at the 16th fret, hammer on 17, pull back off to 16, slide down to 14, then come back up to the 16. So we have this. And then you're going to start basically that lick again, except this time when you slide to 14, keep sliding down again to 12. So this. So actually when I get, so what I did there is I did that first lick, came back up, picked 17, and then started the lick again. And then continued sliding down to the 12th fret, and then picked the 14th fret, big, slow whole step bend. From there, we're just gonna pick 12th fret on the G, slide down to 10, play 12 on the D, then hit 10 on the G again, slide down to 9 this time, over to 10 on the D string, and then that's 9, hammer 10, 12 to 9, slide down to 7. Just let that note ring. All right, so it's got some really cool dynamics in this solo, so hopefully you guys can just learn it phrase by phrase and put it all together. And it's a great exercise in you know, kind of picking a little harder than softer and just kind of really letting the amp kind of control it. It's pretty cool, kind of controlling the sound of the amp. All right, hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.